this is actually from 2 weeks ago. I was meaning to do it, but I got busy. So I'm going to be talking about it now. But first, I'm going to be reading the news article about this. This is will Final Fantasy VII feature Genesis? And I think I don't know what. Oh, been this. So I don't know if it's true or not, but we're just gonna go ahead and start reading. Why you get to watch some awesome, you know, fighting footage. I'm not gonna check the cheat codes off because, well, I don't want this to keep going through. But okay, I'm gonna start reading. We've been waiting for a Final Fantasy VII Remake for so long. Boom, it's finally suddenly going on, coming. It was 2015 when we saw a glimpse of the gameplay. Announced for the clip for the PS4. Shows Cloud with the Buster Sword, Barret walking on the streets of Midgar. Before the screen fade out and the remake logo appeared. If you're a fan, especially of Final Fantasy VII, then okay, so I got lost. Then you must have been heard of Before Crisis, Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII Evolution, and Dirge of Cerberus. Here to discuss the chronological order of Final Fantasy VII after Crisis Core. At the end of Crisis Core, Nero and Weiss took Genesis with them, and were tasked to deep ground beneath the place of the Shinra headquarters. Shinra wounded soldier members at the very end of Dirge of Cerberus, with a bonus showed Genesis control fly away with Rice's body at the end of the last game of the Final Fantasy VII series, which was Dirge of Cerberus. Fans were really confused about Genesis and his whereabouts in the new game around. For now, we speculate in the upcoming Final Fantasy VII game night a bit of side story for Genesis. So Genesis is going to get a story, even though this is based off a remake of this game that you're watching right now. If it doesn't, then I know the game will be launched to the final regard to his disappearance. If you're unaware, Before Crisis was released in Japan on the mobile phones, featuring the Turks, Reno, Rude, Elena, and so many others in Midgar. Final Fantasy VII is expected to have the same story with the original PlayStation 1 title, so this will have the same exact story that I'm playing right now. This will be the same exact story, just, you know, just with HD. So we're lucky to see Genesis in the game with Sephiroth. Wishful thinking. I'm baffled that Genesis whereabouts. Share your views in the comments below. Okay, that's just one. Okay, so that's just one. That was just one of the newsfeed posts. There was another one. Okay. Let me get to that other one. You know, they're both from 2 weeks ago. Give me a minute. I'm really ill prepared. Thank goodness I have game footage on my side, because if I didn't, there it is. Because that was about Genesis. Now I'm not gonna read this one because that'd take us too long and probably go over gameplay. I think while I'm fighting in this game, I'm going to explain a little bit what's going to go on. We already know Final Fantasy VII Remake is going to be the remake of this original game, so it's going to have everything this had, even the side characters Yuffie and Vincent. Now, give me a minute. Yes, at the time it couldn't fit on one single disc. It kind of was episodic, kind of not, because all the discs were different episodes. So if my prediction is, if this becomes episodic, I think what would happen is the game will end after Aeris dies. After Sephiroth kills Aeris, then Cloud vows to go search and get revenge on Sephiroth. Then I think it's gonna end, then you have to buy the other episodes. But yeah. Okay, so it couldn't fit on one disc, so it was kind of episodic if you really think about it. It was episodic. it was already expensive. So when the game come out, it was about $60 for a PlayStation 1 game. And understandably, you get 3 discs in this, so it was kind of episodic. So to expand this, they're gonna have to make it episodic. So there's no choice. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Now, before you hate, before you try to castrate me, or you know, use PC on me, or use or call me a freaking pony, or just, you know, any kind of mean insult that you guys could do. Here's the good thing. Oh, here's the good thing. It might be episodic. It might be episodic. I mean, this might be completely episodic, but here's good. Here's some good news. I want to make sure people have good news. You know, I hate to leave people with a bad taste in their mouth. Good news. They're adding story elements from the compilation of Final Fantasy VII. There's gonna be a Zack backstory. So there's gonna be another Zack backstory that wasn't told before. And they could do that. They can accurately do that because they haven't told everything that happened. In fact, everything was a little bit upfront. There's going to be a Zack story for all you Zack fans. So that's going to be really good. And also they may, as a DLC, and this is what I could see, if you buy it as episodic, they might include the bonus content whether you pre-order or not. And what I'm feeling that they're going to probably add in this will be you know, what they're gonna probably add in this, they're gonna add also Crisis Core and Dirge of Cerberus as PSN downloads. And even if you don't buy the Final Fantasy VII Remake, just like it's Star Wars Battlefront, they're gonna probably put it on the PSN store so you can get Dirge of Cerberus and Crisis Core on here and play as much as you want. Stream, SHAREfactory, whatever you want to do. So let's keep reading. Okay, let's keep reading. So that might be included in there too, just so people don't get so angry about this. So actually, Square Enix is doing a good job, even though it's episodic. I think they're doing a good job because, like, you know, that'd be the ultimate fan service to get the completion with the remake, because then you get the whole entire saga. And it could be possible. It could be possible they could put the cell phone game before Crisis. It is possible. I mean, I would not write off the possibilities. So, we got that. Okay, there's gonna be also 2 stories with Vincent Valentine and Genesis. So there's gonna be an extra Vincent Valentine story mode that you never got in the original game. Like, this will be even more to do with Final Fantasy VII, but with Vincent Valentine incorporated. Like, where you're just Vincent Valentine and you're the leader and the party, and you go through some of his story, because it's a side story. And with also Genesis, you're going to be able to play as Genesis as well in one story mode and a flashback. So they're going to include. So if that's the case, they might include Angeal, which would be awesome too. They might include that stuff in the remake. So they're just giving us fan service. So I don't see why right now it's a bad thing that they're making this episodic. Just leave me in the comments about what you think and stuff like that. Just leave in the comments and I'll, you know, I could respond and stuff like that. Tell me what you think. I think it's good. I don't mind buying episodic content if this is what it's gonna have in it.